Everyone, welcome to my cricket diary channel. Today we will see what is a no ball and history of no balls and 16 different types of no balls existing in the cricket. If you have just started playing or watching a cricket, a no ball can be one of the confusing things to wrap up your head around. So what is the no ball in cricket actually? To put this simply, no ball is a delivery from the bowler that is not within the rules of the game. Cricket has a complex set of rules mainly designed to ensure that it is a fair contest. If you started watching cricket, you will notice that there are fairly regular no ball signaled and called by the umpire, especially in formats like T20 and one day format. Why do they exist? Without the option to call a no ball, bowlers would be free to use tactics and techniques that give them an advantage and make it nearly impossible for the batter to hit the ball. Some of these methods could even put the bowler in danger. If a no ball is called, the main methods of dismissal are out of the question for that delivery. Bowled, LBW and caught, and there is usually a free run and the bowler has to bowl the delivery again. A no ball also results in a free hit where the batter can swing a bat without fear of being called out. Runs scored off a no ball still count too. You can see why bowlers are so keen to avoid them. Rules evolved and one high profile incident in the 1980s showed the importance of the no ball in the world of cricket. It occurred in the World Series Cup at MCG 1981 when the Australian team used a technicality to avoid the possibility of potentially having to tie the match. Of the last ball of the match, Trevor Chappell, instructed by his brother and captain Greg, decided to bowl a slow underarm delivery to avoid the possibility of being hit for a six. This would have resulted in a tie. The unsportsmanlike behavior even lead to a change in the rules. All of the no balls, whatever the possible in the cricket, I will just explain one on one. Strap yourself as we go through all the different ways that a bowler can be called upon a no ball. Some of these will see in virtually every cricket match you watch, while others you will only see in a blue moon. First no ball, front foot. Actually, the rules state that some part of the bowler's front foot has to be behind the crease when they bowl, which means that moment the ball leaves their hand, as long as some part of the foot is behind at this point, it is a legal delivery. And even if the foot slides forward, then it is legal. However, if the foot goes beyond the line, it will be called as no ball. If there is a front foot no ball, then the bowler has to add another delivery over and runs is awarded to the batting team. In one day formats of the game, the next ball is a free hit. In these types of no ball, the only way in which a batsman can lose the wicket or hit the ball twice, run out, or obstructing the field. Run out are the most common way to get out of a no ball, so batters will often be cautious. Second type, bowler touching the return crease. There are vertical lines to each side of the stump which represents the return crease and the bowler has to stay within these lines throughout the delivery. If a foot should stray to the side, then it will be a no ball. The full foot must be in these confines, not just a part of the foot. Third type of no ball, underarm. There is a no ball and it can't be confused as a mistake. No underarm bowling is allowed in the modern cricket even though it is used to pretty prevalent. Fourth type, no ball height. Another one of the more common reasons you will see a no ball being called due to the fact it can endanger the batter. If the delivery is above waist height when it reaches the bowler as a full toss, then it should be called as a no ball. Like most other methods, you can't be caught out or bowled off a no ball on this variety. In one day formats, there are often the result of attempted Yorkers gone wrong. The bowlers may get a warning, and if they continue to bowl these no balls, they will be removed from the attack. If the umpires think it was a deliberate, they can remove the bowler without warning. Fifth type, multiple bounces or outside of the strip. If the ball bounces more than once by the time it goes to the batter, it is a no ball. Deliveries are only allowed to bounce once and can't roll along the ground. White balls are a different proportion, but if the ball is outside the strip and the batsman wouldn't be able to hit the ball, then it will be also be a no ball. Bowling a white ball doesn't result in a free hit, but outside of the strip can, so bowlers need to be very cautious about this. Sixth type, overhead height. If the ball is over the height of the batter head when it reaches them, then it is a no ball. It doesn't matter if it was bounced. The square leg umpire makes this call as they have the best view and they will decide based on the batter side rather than their stance. If they are crouching, it doesn't make a difference. An extra run is given and the next delivery is given as a free hit in the one day formats and T20 formats. Seventh type, bowler hits wickets. If the bowler runs into the wickets and catches them with his delivery straight, then a no ball is called. This is a relatively new addition to the rules. It means bowlers have to be careful about not hitting the wicket as they pass to bowl. England bowler Stephen Finn used to struggle with this a lot, and he is thought to have contributed to the rule change. Recently, we have seen in India versus Bangladesh series as well, when Mehdi Hassan has touched his wicket as a bowler and when he is coming to bowl. It is different from mankinding, which is when a batter is run out of leaving their crease. Eighth type, failure to declare action. Before you bowl, you must declare the action you are going to use. If you suddenly come around the wicket when you have said you would bowl over, or change which arm you use, then it will be called as a no ball. You have to provide some warning of your intended method. Some bowlers can do this also as a tactics. Ninth type, throwing rather than bowling. The bowler's arm should be straight at the point of delivery. This is referred to as bowling rather than throwing. But there is a more than a 15-degree angle, it is deemed as a throw and it should be called as a no ball. This is tough to enforce as the umpire can't measure with any certainty. So the bowler would probably need to be violating this rule by some way for the umpire to call it on the field. If it happened twice in a match, then the bowler will be taken out of the attack for the entire match. 10th type, intercepting the ball. If a fielder should intercept the ball before it reaches the batter and allows them to have a chance to play it, it should be called as a no ball. You may never see this in a lifetime of watching cricket, but it is in the rules. 11th type, leg side fielding restrictions. This is rare, but you do see it. There is a chance of this happening through a fielding error. A leg side no ball is called when the fielder fielding time was more than two fielders behind square leg. This rule was put in place after the Bodyline series that involved England packing the leg side and intimidating with short bounces techniques down the leg side. 12th type, wicket keeper in front of the stumps. Even if the bowler provides a perfect legal delivery, the wicket keeper must take the ball behind the stumps unless the ball has hit the batter's clothing, body or bat when it counts as a catch. If the ball is collected by the keeper in front of the stumps, then it will be called as a no ball. 13th type, back foot. One of the simplest rules out there. The back foot should not break the return crease on the back foot. It is rare to see any violation of this rule. 14th type, ball stops before striker's wicket. If the ball doesn't even reach the bowler's wicket, then of course it will be a no ball. This doesn't tend to happen in pro game but can occur in a village cricket or sometimes if a professional bowler slips or the ball slips out of their hand on their way to the delivery. 15th type, throwing the ball before the delivery. This is another very rare potential no ball. If the if the bowler throws the ball towards the striker before they deliver it, it could otherwise happen to try and stop the batter from quickly stealing a run. This is also very rare case. 16th, dangerous bowling. This is open to some interpretation and it is designed to give the umpires more control of the game taking place in front of them. A lot of the rules above cover dangerous bowling. It is tough to clarify what constitutes dangerous bowling, but it could be that a tailender without much in the way of batting skills is being targeted by a bowling attack with bouncers aimed at their head. The umpires may also call a no ball if the bowler is continuing to try to hit the body and if the umpire deems they are trying to intimidate rather than getting the wicket of the batter. There is a catch-all rule that states that a no ball can be called if the umpire deems the bowler to be bowling dangerously and unfairly. So this is about no ball and their history and 16 different types of no balls. Still you may have a few questions. I'll just answer three more questions. What audience think when they watch the cricket? Is a beamer or a no ball? Is a beamer a no ball? Yes, a beamer is a type of delivery that reaches over waist height without hitting the ground. So it is covered under the no ball rules and it is not allowed. If a bowler bowls a beamer, they will have to bowl it again and face a free hit. Second one, can a batter be run out of a no ball? Yes, while you can't be out in some other ways from no balls, you can be run out. Batters can also be given out, hit the ball twice or obstructing the field also. Is a wide or no ball? A wide ball is slightly different and while you have to bowl it again if you are a bowler. You don't have to bowl a free hit to the batter just because of a wide ball. Wides are when the ball is adjudged to be outside of an area when the batter can realistically play a shot. They don't count as no ball. If a delivery is both wide and a no ball, the no ball's rules are followed more than the wide one. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, kindly subscribe to my Cricket Diary channel. Please do like and share the video also.